All right, guys, we got to get this painting finished on the interior plastics. If you didn't see the last video, we tore down the interior of my Honda Civic because the previous owner had painted everything this amazing green color. So we're painting it an OEM plastics color with some refinishing interior spray paint. I'm not working with the best paint job, which kind of sucks, but basically what we're doing is I'm just trying to rough up the old stuff and then just spraying right over it. I'm not gonna bother stripping all that off because honestly, eventually I'm probably just gonna get all new interior pieces for the car, but right now we're sticking with the budget build. So before I was using some sandpaper to rough everything up, some 120 grit sandpaper, but I think all I'm going to do this time is use like a green Scotch-Brite pad to rough it up with, because the sandpaper is it's like paper thin, so you don't really get into all those little divots, and you can do that with a Scotch-Brite pad. So I'm going to try using that, see if it works. But before we do any of this, I need to get the rest of the interior pieces out of the Civic. They're just sitting in there. So go grab those and then get started. Some of you guys might be thinking, wow, this dude does not know how to paint, because you're seeing light spots. But with the way I like to paint is I like to put a real thin coat on first, and then like in 5 or 10 minutes, put another coat on a little thicker, and then a third coat on a little thicker than that. So with these being the two main center console pieces, I think I will put 3 coats on them, 3 lighter coats, just cover everything. And I am by no means a painter, so I don't know if that's the right thing to do or not, but it's what I'm gonna do. So, got the first coat on the 2 main center console pieces. Now, I'm gonna continue to prep the smaller pieces, and in the meantime of that, put the other coats on these. All right, guys. So we got everything painted. I don't think we missed any spots. Hopefully not. You can still see a lot of green, but that's just the parts that we're hopefully not gonna see, because I guess they completely coated everything in green. But anyway, we are gonna go ahead and let that dry for probably about 24 hours, I would say. I don't know how long, I mean, I'm not gonna look, but I'd say you're safe at about 24 hours. So I put roughly 2 coats on everything, unless I went back and saw that I missed a spot, then I kind of touched that up. But anyway, now, well, once this dries, we're going to go ahead and start throwing it all back in the car. So I will get back with you guys when we do that. All right, guys, it is the next day. So our paint should be nice and cured. Hopefully we did not miss a spot. But before we jump into that, I want to clear some codes on the WRX, because we loaded a new tune, or a revision onto it for our torque performance tune, and I got some codes. So I want to clear that, make sure they pop back up before I dig into that. So the 102 sensor code has been there because my rear O2 sensor is junk. But the other one, I don't remember what it was. You guys saw it, cold start or something. That one is new. So I'm not quite sure what that's all about. But we're gonna see if it comes back up. Make sure our map is still on there. Okay, we don't have any check engine lights. All right, so we'll see if that one pops back up, and if it does, then we will look into what it actually is. Anyway, let's go in the garage here. All right, so like I said, next day, we got everything painted. Hopefully didn't miss any spots, and we are ready to throw it back in the car. Before we do that, I'm gonna pull everything out, I think. Am I? I really don't feel like pulling this stuff out and back in. Screw it. I'm just gonna work on the car outside. It's not that cold. I'll bring you guys outside. right, guys, we got it all back in and it looks so much better than all of the green. So let me brighten this. I'll show a picture of what it did look like, which I'm sure you guys remember, but it looks a ton better. That paint worked good, other than where it chipped off some with the old green paint. So that helps a lot. That does by far not touch what I want to do to the interior of this car. I want to make it look like it just rolled out of the factory. Like, I want to clean it all up. I plan on taking out the full interior, like taking the seats out, taking the carpet out, taking everything out and cleaning it as much as I can. And whatever will not clean up super good, I'm just gonna replace it. It doesn't have a headliner. I'd like to get that in the car. I don't really know what that's gonna entail because I've never done that. But yeah, I mean, I should have went ahead, well, I would have liked to go ahead and take everything out this go round. But we need to get a shop vac and a pressure washer before I do any of that. So anyway, that completes that little interior part of this video. It looks really good. Looks like somebody got a little angry at the dash there. But anyway, before we end this video, I want to jack up the rear end of this car and see what it's going to take to. I bought this OEM muffler here. I know they just cut off part of the exhaust back there, but I'm going to jack the back end up and see what it's going to take to get that up in there. I'm going to need to probably order some parts, probably some exhaust hangers and maybe like an exhaust clamp or something, because you guys know what a straight pipe Civic looks like rolling down the road. And my main goal is to de-ricify this car. Well, as much as you can de-ricify a Honda Civic. A slammed black painted, a slammed painted black, never mind. So let's go ahead and jack up the rear end here, and I'll probably take this, talk about ricey, I'll probably take this tow hook off the car. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and close this video up here. We made a decent amount of progress because we're kind of waiting a little bit to get the ball rolling to dive deep into this build. Took that crappy little tow hook off. I mean, it's not crappy, it's just not my style. So if any of you guys want it, comment below and maybe I'll randomly pick somebody and give it to you. But we got the muffler kind of fitted up. I need to buy a couple things. I need to purchase some hangers, some of the rubber hangers, and I need to purchase some kind of clamp to where I can clamp this muffler on to the exhaust so it seals it up good. So hopefully that'll be the next video. And then probably after Christmas, we're gonna dive into the interior pretty deep, take it all apart, clean it real good. Then hopefully shortly after that, we start our engine build. I think I'm gonna build the D16 probably build the motor and put a turbo on it. But I don't know. We got to decide what we're doing yet. If there's anything you guys want to see on this, let me know. But for right now, like I've said a million times, probably, I'm just trying to get the Civic looking clean. That's my main goal, is have a clean Civic. So next video, I need to fill it up with tranny fluid, because I think we lost some doing the clutch because I didn't drain it before I took the axles out. And I think we're gonna mess with the shifter. I need to address that because it's way over towards the driver's side, not the passenger side. So I think I need to get under the car and rotate that around. I don't know if it's a short throw or what, but honestly, I don't know. I might just buy an OEM shifter. And I want it to be OEM, you know. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I've got a variety of content coming up, so stay tuned. And if you guys liked the video, and if you made it this long in the video, comment below, let me know, because I really appreciate it. And we just got to 600 subscribers. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Let's try to get to 650 or even 700 by the end of the year. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.